Kingdom Hearts, Light of Truth. Chapter 4, Lost City.
The palace doors burst open with a thunderous swing as Kairi and Namine ran into the throne room, their footsteps echoing across the marble floor. Behind them, Aladdin and Alibaba followed closely, urgency written across their faces. Jasmine stood near the throne, speaking with Sora, Riku, and the Sultan. The conversation halted as Iago, the ever-watchful parrot perched on the edge of the Sultan's throne, squawked loudly and flapped his wings in surprise. "Who's that with Aladdin and the others?" Iago cawed, twisting his head toward the newcomers. The group turned as one, their expressions shifting from calm curiosity to wary alertness as they took in the sight of the unfamiliar man beside Aladdin. "Aladdin?" Jasmine stepped forward, her voice concerned. "What's going on?" Alibaba slowed to a respectful pace, offering a low bow. "Your Highness, forgive the sudden entrance. My name is Alibaba, and I believe I have news that could change everything." Aladdin looked between Jasmine, the Sultan, and his friends, taking a breath. "We need to talk. It's about the Hand of Midas, and how the unversed may be connected to it." A hush fell over the room, the weight of his words settling in like sand before a storm. "Like the hand of the king, the one that could turn people and things to gold?" Riku asked, a skeptical brow raised. "One and the same," Namine confirmed, folding her arms gently. "The legendary Hand of Midas." Sora tilted his head, confused. "What does that have to do with the unversed?" Aladdin stepped forward, his tone more serious than usual. "My father, he's been chasing this legend his entire life, the Hand of Midas. He believes he's finally found its resting place." Alibaba nodded, his face grim. "But while I was searching, I was attacked. Strange, dark creatures. At the time, I didn't know what they were." "That's when he told us," Kairi added, stepping up beside Aladdin, "and we knew right away they were unversed." "They're after the hand too," Namine said, her voice heavy with concern, "which means someone is controlling them, and they're after its power." "The Hand of Midas can corrupt just as easily as it creates," Alibaba added. "In the wrong hands, it wouldn't just turn things to gold, it could unbalance entire worlds." "Then it's settled," Sora said, clenching his fist. "We find the hand before they do." "The Keyblade wielders must be the ones to stop this," Jasmine said firmly, her eyes meeting Aladdin's. The room filled with a new tension, not one of fear, but of purpose. The race for the Hand of Midas had begun, and the fate of more than just Agrabah could hang in the balance. After just a few hours spent poring over ancient scrolls and dusty tomes in the royal library, the group made surprising progress. With everyone helping, Sora flipping through maps, Riku decoding old texts, Namine sketching potential landmarks, and even Genie enthusiastically floating from shelf to shelf, it wasn't long before something caught their attention. "I've got something," Kairi called out, holding up a worn scroll. "It talks about a lost city, one that rests on the back of a giant turtle." Sora leaned over her shoulder. "A city on a turtle?" Before anyone could react, Genie popped into view, upside down and grinning ear to ear. "Oh, I know that turtle. His name's Jim." "Jim?" Riku asked, raising an eyebrow. "Yup, Jim the Gentle Giant. You could say he's a real hero to some," Genie said with a giggle, conjuring a tiny version of the turtle wearing a cape and sunglasses, posing heroically on a floating pedestal. "He's got a heart of gold, just not the Midas kind." Alibaba rubbed his chin thoughtfully. "If this turtle is real, and the city is still on his back, it could be where the Hand of Midas is hidden. Then we find the turtle, we find the city," Sora said, determined, "and hopefully get to it before the unversed do," Namine added, her expression serious. "All right," Aladdin said, nodding. "Let's get ready. We're heading out first thing tomorrow." The team shared a look of resolve. Tomorrow, their journey would carry them beyond the sands of Agrabah to a legend born on the back of a giant. Later that night, the palace was quiet, bathed in moonlight and the soft rustle of desert winds. Sora stepped carefully onto one of the high balconies, the city of Agrabah sprawling out beneath him like a tapestry of warm lights and shifting shadows. He glanced around, making sure no one was watching, then pulled out his communicator. The screen flickered, then came to life with the familiar face of King Mickey. Sora, gosh, it's good to see you. What's going on? We have a lead on the unversed and their movements here in Agrabah, Sora reported, keeping his voice low. Oh boy, Mickey said, ears twitching. Be safe, please, Sora, my boy. I've got an old friend of ours looking into something about some King Darkness. I don't know if it's connected or not, but I'd keep your guard up. Yeah, Sora nodded. We'll do our best, Your Majesty. There was a pause before Mickey's tone softened. How's Naminé doing? She's been good, Sora said, glancing back toward the hall. But we haven't had to really fight yet, so we'll still need to see. Mickey nodded solemnly from the screen. Take care of each other, Sora. Sora gave a final nod and ended the call, pocketing the device with a sigh. You and your friends? They're not from here, are they? Came a voice from the shadows. Sora spun, already reaching for his keyblade, but relaxed slightly when he saw Ali Baba step forward, the moonlight casting long lines across his face. I don't know what you're talking about, Sora replied sharply. Aladdin and Jasmine both told you. We're old friends. Friends or not, Ali Baba growled, stepping closer. I will not let you take the hand of Midas. It is mine. I've searched for it my whole life. Sora narrowed his eyes. Is that really all you care about? Ali Baba's voice rose, laced with obsession. Nothing, and I mean nothing, matters more to me than that relic. Sora stared at him for a long moment, disappointment in his eyes. Wow, not even your own son. He pushed past Ali Baba without another word, stepping back inside the palace and letting the door close softly behind him, leaving the old treasure hunter alone with his bitterness and the cold desert wind.